Thank you for joining me for yet another unboxing video, and today another budget store find. It's the first edition of All Things Zombie, not just another zombie game, based on the 2006 Origins Award-winning miniatures game. Very cool artwork on the front cover. This again was created by Ed Teixeira, and this is a first edition of the game. The board game, I should say. L&L Publishing has been since rebooted, and it's on Kickstarter right now, but I figured I'd show you the first edition of it. All Things Zombie, it's all about real life and unreal world. All right, for those who don't know, what is All Things Zombie, or ATZ? It's a fast-paced, get-you-in-the-action-quickly board game based on the Origins Award-winning miniature game of the same name. It's all about real life in an unreal world where zombies rule the humans are on the endangered species list. ATZ can be played solo, cooperatively, with everyone on the same side, or competitively, with everyone against one another. Whichever way you choose to play, the zombies are run by the game mechanics, and you just run for your life. ATZ can be a one-off game or a campaign in which the adventures are linked together using the same survivors from the previous games. It's a game where every detail has been covered, from merely surviving to thriving, as you hunt the soulless creatures that threaten you on a daily basis. The game includes 90 large zombie and survivor counters, 88 a little less large counters representing submachine guns, rifles, baseball bats, wounds, and other stuff. 4 11 by 17 maps on which to fight the zombies and its enemy survivors. 24 pages of rules and scenarios, including a campaign and skirmish game generation system. Survivor status cards to keep track of your survivors, their wounds, their abilities, and the stuff they are carrying. Player aid card and dice. Complexity is a 6 out of 10. Number of players 1 to 6. Solitaire playing 10 out of 10. No, this isn't a solitaire game, but it can be played solitaire. Age is suitable for zombies and survivors ages 12 and above. Again, Ed Teixeira, great guy, met him many times. Board game development, artwork, all that good stuff, and a couple examples of tokens. Again, the artwork is stellar. Stellar, stellar, stellar. All right. It's all Lock and Load Publishing, but it's the 2 Hours War Game. It's the company that Ed Teixeira owns and writes everything for. So let's take a look here. So let's crack this bad boy open and see what's inside the box. Okay, dice, and a whole bunch of stuff. So put it to the side and take things out as they come along. Lots of stuff here. So a lot of stuff in the box. So let's start it off the right way. So the first thing we're going to bring out here are the game boards. So this is board 3. Get up close. Hexagons, buildings, rough terrain, flatlands, highway. Looks like some kind of fields. Looks like a farmhouse and fields again, crops. This is board 4. Again, it's also a cityscape. Lots of buildings to visit. Some cars. All right. So that's boards 3 and 4. And here's board 1. Got Mimos, a couple shops. And you got board 2. The fire station. Got the bar. Everything else you got there. So those are your game boards. So you got 4 that you can choose from. You got your rule book. Here's your manual. Note page. Table of contents. Okay, so got your introduction. The boxes are notes by Ed that kind of help guide you in your way of learning the mechanics of the game. Getting started. Inhabitants of Tomorrow. You got survivors. Every survivor has 3 different stats: reputation, movement points, and melee dice. Each one represented by the numbers down here. Stars versus grunts. Survivor status cards. Zombies. Stacking. Other markers, weapons. Shot counter. Searched marker. Entered marker. Scopes. Drugs. Medkits. Vest. How to play the game. Sequence of play. How to play. Using the dice. Moving. Terrain. Clear. Rough terrain. Building hex. Fast move. How zombies move. Not very fast. Actions. Combat ranged weapon. There are kinds of weapons. Names, range. Submachine gun. Assault rifles, shotguns, grenades. Whoops, he ran out of ammo. It's not a good thing. Ammo counter. Panic fire, multiple weapons, switching weapons, line of sight, tracing line of sight, melee, reactions, being charged, reaction test, runaway, receive fire reaction test, duckbacks, insight reaction test. Lots of charge for this game. It explains why. When do survivors stop shooting back? Wanting to charge reaction test. Another chart. Finding stuff, finding zombies. Finding other survivors. Finding weapons, medkits, and other stuff. Generating zombies. And then a bunch of scenarios. For a few bullets more. The barricade. Search and destroy. Firefight. The cure. Race to the helicopter. The campaign game. The skirmish game. play. And then your credit page. So it's 23 pages and awesome artwork in the back. Came out in 2009. Yeah, so 23 pages of rules in the book. There's your manual. Oh, sorry about that. There's your manual. Your player aid card, which has your insight reaction test, being charge reaction test, received fire reaction test, wanting to charge, flip it over, more stuff, ranged combat table, and your melee table. So you got those two things in the box. Your turn track, you got 20 turns to complete this mission. There you go. Stays right in my hand. All right. Your main characters. So you got Beck. Slots for gears, your weapons, how many wounds you have, and you flip the card. So when you get wounded, this is when you flip your tile. It's not the card, because all the cards are the same in the back, but you flip your tile. I'll show you in a little bit what that means. When you get your wounds, then you're dead. Your attributes, again, your skill levels, and your special rules. So you get Beck, get Tanya, Nick, the Professor, Bank, Too Tall, Jimmy, Buffy, Sailor. There you go. Your character cards. Now, the set only comes with 6 dice. These are the dice they come with. But they recommend that you have 2 sets of dice. It's just easier to keep track of things. So an extra set of dice was added to the mix. But again, only the white dice come actually in the set. So you got something called loot cards. Let's take a look at those. Okay, all the fronts or back, depending how you're looking at it, are the same. Things you can find: pistol, light kit, scope, nothing, nothing, nada, 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 not a lucky day, nothing, nothing. An SMG, baseball bat, vest, empty, ammo, grenade, double pistol, crossbow, empty, ammo, shotgun, empty, 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 shotgun, empty, assault rifle, drugs, drugs, empty, empty, med kit, empty, empty, med kit, hunting rifle, scope, med kit, empty, pistol. And all the stats are right there on the token themselves and on the cards themselves. So those are your loot cards. Then you have also zombie cards. Again, all the backs are the same. It's a little different. Here's those 3 that seem gray, and these are all green. Oh, different colors there. So let's see what those are. Oh, look at that. All right, here we go. So it tells you if you find 5 zombies in the room, 3. You find a hunting rifle, zombies, zombies, zombies. Tells you the number of zombies that are attacking you. Go there. Okay. So those are your zombie cards. Now, of course, here you have tokens, and you have a whole bunch of them. So these tokens here are your shots. So when you take a shot in the air, depending on how many shots you take, you have to put a marker down letting you know how many shots you took. So maybe on that turn you took 6 shots. If you took 5, you have multiple players. So one person shoots 3, another person shoots 2. You got 5 shots that went off. You got to mark it. Okay, you have all those types right there. Those are your shot tokens right there. Next tokens that you have are your, in every game you gotta have them, your wound tokens. Got a bunch of those, all the same. Okay, let me show you that close up what the shot ones look like. Flip it over, yeah, 3 or 4. Yeah. Varies depending on the tile. All the wounds say the same on both sides. Wound, wound. So that's all the same. Now, so your wounds go on your cards like that. Right. Is it right there? Okay. Oh, so you know how that works. Next set of tokens we have here are your. So when you enter a building, you're either going to enter it. Oh, sorry, wrong side. You're either going to enter the building, you mark it, and once you've searched it, you put that on there so you don't go back. Once it's searched, you can't find any more supplies in there. So, a bunch of tokens about that. There you go. And then we have a whole bunch of tokens dealing with varying types of weapons. So you got yourself a pistol. OOA standing for out of ammunition. So you got pistols. See what else you got there? You got a pistol. All kinds of stuff. You got, let's say there, 1d6 versus each target. Grenade. Again. Med kit, you gotta heal 1 wound. Got a pistol. Grenades. Baseball bats. Shotgun. You get the general gist of all the cards that you have here, the loot cards. You got a token for that, so I don't go through all those and show you all those, but you understand what they are. Whole bunch of those, as you can tell. Again, for each one of these, real quick to show you, the stats are on there. Okay, range and how many shots you get, value of it. Okay. And of course, when you're wandering around, you need to have some player tokens. You got the player cards up there, and here are the tokens that go with the card. So the first one we had was Beck, and there's Beck's. Okay. This would be on her 0, 1, and 2 when she has 0, no wounds, or 1 wound or 2 wounds. As soon as she hits the second wound, which is indicated right here on the card, so let me pull that up real quick. So this would start here, it would move this way, and then once it hits that one there, you flip it. So what happens here is flip it over. Means you're bloody but not broken, right? But you'll see that your stats drop from 5, 4, 5, 2. Now they're at 3, 4, 2. And obviously that'll have repercussions throughout the game, okay, making it harder for you to survive. Right? So you got one of these for each of the main characters that you would play, or each of your survivors, I should say. Put those up top there with those. And last but not least, I'm not going to take them all out bag, but you got a huge bag of, or as they call it in here, it's $1. This bag was being kept in. This goes in a cup, and they call it the Cup O Zombies. And again, pull one, and there it is. Title of the game, ATZ, or All Time Things Zombie. And their stats. 2 zombies, 441. Of course, it just varies which one you pull out of the box, you pull out of the cup. Different artwork on each, as you see. There it is. I'm not going to take them all out of the bag, but again, you get the journal just of those. And there they are. So there you have it. All the components for the first edition of All Things Zombie. It's not just another zombie game. By Ed Tischer and the 2-Hour War Games group, put out by Lock and Load Publishing. And I want to say thank you again for joining me on this video. Be safe, be well. Throw us a like, throw us a comment. Hit the bell, make sure you get notified as to when our next videos are coming out. Let us know if there's a game that you want us to unbox for you. And again, thank you for joining me. Be safe, well, and I'll catch you on the next video.